You hear me good?
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Meaningful Conversations live with Beata in a special series, Thought Leadership Series. And today is Friday, and I have very special guest with which we're gonna talk about make rejection your fuel for success. And this person is probably the best you can find in the world that turn his rejections, his how you Ali would say that I would say adversity actually into success, because Ali Ettarnichi, hello, how are you, man?
Hello, my friend. Thank you very much for having me, and it's my privilege, it's my honor to be in this meaningful conversation, my friend.
Thank you so much, and we will have a meaningful conversation because you have a very meaningful story. Ali, so you live in Canada right now. But how about the story in between? So you moved from different country to Canada, and how was it for you? What is the story? Are you this, you just moved and everything was like, oh my gosh, piece of cake, life is beautiful? Or you are more like me when I moved from Poland to United States and I was like, OMG, what did I do?
Definitely. It's not like everyone imagine, like you move to a different country and you will be like all successful and you get it all happen at once. It's totally different. You move and it's different culture, different weather, different food and everything. Even your family, your friend, they are all back home. So you start to feel like kind of like I have two choices. Either my body here and my mind back home, or I have to bring my mind connected to my body and live here. So the first few years I was actually, my body was here, but my mind was home and my heart was home because my family, my friend, and everyone was like, I feel like, yes, I'm pretending to be happy, but I wasn't happy. The weather was cold, and believe it or not, Beata, like the first time in winter time when it was so cold, my chair was like going down and it was like frozen. I have to scratch it like this. So that's how cold it was. And also, like in winter time, that's when you really feel it big time, because like you try to get used, like the first week when you see the snow, you say, oh, I love it, it's nice, and you start playing with it and you enjoy it the first week, the second week, the third week, the first month, it's okay, that's enough. I have enough of this. This is so much, and you start to feel like it's just like, and you have to get used to driving as well, like driving in winter time, that's totally a different story, like
Exactly. And you became an owner of the cab company. Yeah? So you were driving cabs and you had your driver. So how did it work for you? Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine.
Well, like at the beginning, as I said, like it's you get used to, like if for instance, like if you in the regular weather, if you want to push on the brake 100 meter away from the stop sign, in winter time you have to be at least 200 or 250, because first time I start driving my car, just like, and it was like with my luck, it was like the freezing rain, and with freezing rain, it's the road is like glass.
Oh, right.
You don't touch the brake when you're
I'm from
driving.
Poland. I know how to drive in
So
winter.
you know how it is. And I was driving my car, and the car, I see the tail of the car going this way, and what's going on, and they see it going to another car, and they can do anything till I hear bang, and it.
What an experience.
But after that, you get used to it. It's just like your mindset. To your mindset, you have like to be flexible, to be adaptive, and you learn. You just have to put yourself there. Because if you said, okay, my God, I'm just going to not be able to drive, not be able to do that, but when you put it in your head and you learn from your mistake, the next time will be better. And after that, I become just like driving in winter, like it's like snowing, a storm, snow, and still driving and doing it. You just feel like you become more in control, and you train, because it's amazing what our mind can achieve if we really like believe and change that mindset toward focus. So that just to go back to the challenges that I have when I moved from Morocco to Canada, it was tough. To be honest with you, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Like I pretend to be happy, I pretend to be, yes, I'm happy, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, but I was missing the family, I was missing the friend, I was missing the warmth, I was missing a lot of stuff. But I didn't, in my mind, I wasn't ready to change who I am, because I want them to change for me, but I didn't change who I am. And that was a big thing. It's about the attitude, it's about the way you see things and the way you are doing it. So you are in a different country, you are in different culture, so you have to compromise, you have to give, to take, and you have like just to have the mindset and be clear and to understand and educate yourself and learn. And for winter, you have to do something too, like to make it fun, not just stay home and be complaining and just like, oh my god, why it's so cold, why this. So just like attitude is just like a flat tire, it will get you nowhere, it will just like make it worse. So it's already worse with the winter, with the cold. Why you make it more miserable? Just do something about it. Go like do some activity like skiing or do something, make it fun. And that's what helped. After for a while, I just start to embrace the experience, try to go out and do different stuff, and that's how overcame that challenge at the beginning.
I love it what you said, because I felt the same, that I wanted everyone around me to change and be up to my expectation. I was so stubborn and saying, we're in Poland, we are doing this that way, it's stupid, why we cannot do this the same way.
Hmm.
And someone I was once, and I was pretty open, thank God, to that thought,
Hmm.
that, well, you are in different country, maybe you try to do it their way first, and then we can compare, instead of being stubborn and say my way is the best way. And how
Hmm.
many times in life we are so stubborn because we believe that our way is the best way and we must be right. And once I was asked, do you rather be happy or you rather be right? It's your choice. So yeah.
100%. 100%, I agree
So
with you.
going back to your story, because it's amazing. Well, how about because you talk a lot about rejection in your life, so can you give us an examples that the rejection that you got made
Hmm.
you stronger and actually helped you to become who you are today, and what
Hmm.
you do and how you help people today?
Hmm. For sure, like when I start my company Alibaba Cab, I it started from, I used to work at a hotel at the reception, in because my background is travel, tourism, hospitality, and it's all about service. It's all about providing the excellent and service to others. So as a receptionist at the hotel, I have people coming from all over the world and from different city in Canada. And the first question I ask them when they come to check in at the hotel, how was your trip? He said everything was good except the cab ride wasn't good, like the driver took the long way, that's the cab is not clean. It's so that just start to resonate. I said, okay, I hope I will make your experience memorable by staying with us. So next customer coming, I said, what's how was your trip? Was amazing except the cab ride. So I start thinking like, why like these people coming from all over the world, some people coming from different party of city of Canada, and the first contact with the tourists that come to my city, Moncton, is the cab driver. So it has to be a good impression. So it has to be, you have to provide good service. You have to leave a last experience. So I start talking to my friend at the hotel. I said, what we should do? I think I should start my own company, and I will turn it to something good like that. It's hurt them. I going to see those experience they have and the bad talk about the cab driver, and most of them immigrant. And they said they will start Alibaba Cab with good service, with uniform, newspaper, and even coffee in the cab, and will be something that's different than the other company. So that's what they did. I start like working, like I work at the hotel when I finish, and they will go driving a taxi for someone and save the money till I saved enough. and I bought my first van. And I did the design, I did everything, I did my website, I was so excited. Like, it's just because that's my passion. I want to do something different. So when customer get in my cab, I don't want them to get from point A to point B, but will be the same. I want it to be something that's wow experience. So
Right.
that's what they did, and they started, and was doing really good, was doing great, and that is what I want to do for my community. I want the community open the community's eyes toward multiculturalism, toward diversity. So people that was back in 2010, 2011, people really enjoy the name, and they start adding the karaoke, and people can sing in my cab and the party light, and it was fun. I swear to God, like people used sometimes to wait 1 hour, 2 hour, and they call. I said the waiting time is about over an hour. They said we don't care, we will wait because they had fun.
Right.
So anyway, so tank was going good till some as we said, like the attitude or inability to be stubborn and not to be willing to learn about people culture. I have some customer that did just say, jump into my cab. I said, Ali Baba, that's different. Are you Muslim? I said, yes, I'm Muslim. Are you terrorist? Do I look like a terrorist to you? Are you better run or I will shoot you if you take up something to make it fun. But at the same time, it was like kind of start to be a little bit bothering me,
Right.
because that's what people hear in the media, people stuff. So every time they hear the name Muslim or Arab, the first thing. But it's not everyone. Just like certain
Right.
people that's they probably don't travel, don't see the world, don't educate themselves. So we try to educate them and explain to them. After that, they understand and they become okay. So the event that really make me, that really hurt my feeling. One day, some people was running to get my cab, and one guy was running toward my cab downtown Main Street. I thought maybe he need a cab too. So he told them, I remember, 8 unkind words. He said, "Get out of here. You are not welcome."
Wow.
And he told those guys, "Don't get in his cab. He's a foreigner. He's there." So they get in my cab and they feel bad for what they said. They feel, and that just those 8 unkind words just broke my heart, broke my dream. Is I am part of this. I'm part of this community. I'm trying to build this community and be part of it and for diversity. So I took that a break for a while, and I was pondering about that. Like, get out of here. You are not welcome. And it was just like, oh my God, all that work, all excitement, that dream I was working for so hard, I see it
Right.
being thrown right in the garbage with those 8 unkind words. So with that rejection, I was a little bit down and I was upset, and I took some time off because that's really kind of broke my heart. So often, out of our greatest rejection comes our greatest direction. That was said by Joel Osteen. Often, out of our greatest rejection comes our greatest direction. So I said, you know what? I'm not letting someone break my dream just like that. So I said, I'm going to change the name and call it All Star Cab Services. So I come stronger than before. So I did some advertising. I went to every hotel in town, and they give them a sheet. I told them, call me 10 times, and the 10 time when you call, you get a free pizza.
Okay.
And every hotel in town, they will say, okay, if we call the other company, they are giving me nothing. If we call you 10 times, so it's a win-win for me and for you guys. So I start, like, the business was like doing really good. I was like on TV, on radio, doing like everywhere. People, the first cab with the karaoke, and with that cab, people get in the cab. There is a show here in Canada, in Toronto, called Cash Cab. So people get in the cab and use all the light. And the cab driver, it's a show on the wheel. So he asks the customer, what is, like for instance, what's the capital of Spain? So that's a $10 question. The red light question, it will make it bring in $30. And it's going up. And at the end, call a friend or ask the audience or something. And that's the idea. So when I put that light, people get in my car. Are we in cash cab? So I play around. I say, okay, yes, we're in cash cab, Moncton version. But you pay me, I don't pay you. So I had so much fun with that, by people like asking different question, and if anyone answer a question, give them a candy. Okay, what is Morocco? Morocco, yeah, that's a beautiful city. No, that's a country. People, they are so drunk, but they don't know what this is. So, so from that, what I'm telling you, Beata, it's all about like sometime rejection. It become our direction. And every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better. And that's what Dr. Steve Marboli said. Every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better. And there is so much thing better come from that rejection, that I became so successful with that, and it was the business was doing really good, and I was like magazine, newspaper, everyone just want to do like the interview and stuff, and it was so good, and create some of my best relationship with people now till now that I have with them is come true from the cap, from the experience, from the service that I was providing, from that. So people said, anybody have like a bachelor party or like a birthday or something, they book it ahead. I start people having like people booking a cab ride from through my website. I have a couple that was coming from all the way from New York, and they coming to stay at the hotel, and they want to book a cab to PI, which is about 2 hours from here, and they want a tour, and will come back after. So that's like $700 call.
Right.
That's like with the tour and everything and stuff. And just with that, that's give me, because that was my passion. I like to travel, I like to talk. I was just explaining to them tourist part. That's what I study and stuff. I was having so much fun with them, beautiful couple from New York. And at the end, you can't believe like the tips was $100 just for that. So I was just like, oh my God! I said this. They said this is the best service we ever had in a cab, and they said that was just like make me thinking about that. If I give up on that moment with those 8 unkind words, get out of here, you are not welcome, I will be done. But that is the human nature. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep doing more and more. And my success is that now I'm doing my book that's I wrote, and it will be published soon. It's about cab driver. My speech and my speaking mostly come from the cab driving. So there is a lot of things, just finding your voice. When you find your voice and you be able to share that and be able to speak up, stand up for people and for other people that don't have their voice, you become who you are, and you provide service, and you provide excellent by being real, by being authentic, and by being you.
I love it. By being you, by being authentic. And for many of us, not only for those who are coming from immigrants who are coming from different countries and have to find their spot, their place
Mm-hmm.
in this new environment, but also for everyone else. Sometimes we feel like foreigner in your own country, yes, because you don't feel like I belong. My friends don't like me, so we find all these reasons just to not be happy. But like you said, attitude, being authentic, what it attracts people and what it attracts opportunities. We have so
100%.
many friends in here. I just gonna say hi to Esa Barrera. She's saying, good to see you. Yes, good to see you.
Hello.
Good story, Ali. Of course, he has awesome story. Oh my gosh. And all what you said, it just brings so many memories in my own head and my experience, because come on, I'm also hospitality service. You have to smile. And
Nice.
yes, it was in my mind like, oh my gosh, I was so unhappy in my life, but I had to go give this 5-star service, smile, and make somebody else's life excellent, where my life was so miserable. And you did the same. You were smiling, giving your best, but on the inside, you were
Mm-hmm.
not really happy. And the number one tip that you could share with everyone who is listening to us right now and will listen to us later, that helped you to overcome all rejections, that
Mm-hmm.
helped you to become who you are today and succeed. And just, I think the success is not only the financial part, but also to be happy with who I became.
Hmm.
So what would be this one advice?
One advice I would say: rejection, embrace it, accept it. Because I will tell you this, and if you're listening, write it down. Because rejection does not mean you are not good enough. It means the other person failed to notice what you have to offer. I will repeat that again. That's what said by Mark Amen. Rejection does not mean you are not good enough. It means the other person failed to notice what you have to offer. And sometimes you are too expensive for them. Sometimes you are too. So how many times you get rejected or you reject some stuff because you can't afford it? So
That
always keep your word, keep your value, and don't let anybody decide your value or tell you how important you are or you are not. Be your own motivator, be your own pusher, be your own jump starter, because at the end you are the one who's staying with yourself. When you go put your head on that pillow, it's you who is going to talk to yourself. If you say yes and you mean no, you've been hypocrite. If you say no and you mean yes, you've been hypocrite. So you have to find that peace inside of who you are and reflect the image. Make the image align together, not show outside the art everything is perfect, but inside everything is broken. That's what
right,
I want to share.
because what we have on the inside reflects our world around. Yes, so our inner state of being reflects our living on the outside. And I
100%.
love what you said about the not accepting other people's basically opinions, because if they reject you and it's just their opinion about you when it's not true, and I experienced that too. I can very relate to someone once saying, go back where you came from, or is there someone who really speaks English? So it was very hurtful, but
Mhm.
then I realized that it's not on me. They must be more unhappy inside of them that I am, so they can release that fear, that frustration, whatever is bothering them. So
100%.
that is such a great lesson. Thank you so much for that. And well, so what is Ali's next step now? What is your big project today? What is next for you?
What is next for Ali is just to share my wisdom, just to share my inspiration, just to inspire before I expire. So I made a mental decision that whoever I meet in life, I learn from them and I will teach them something, no matter what. And if ever I meet anyone, I will leave them better than I meet them. And
I
stand up for people that don't have a voice. Speak up and be able to stand up for the truth, for the authenticity, for being real. Be you. And I always say this. This is my tagline. I say it everywhere where I say it in my video and stuff. Live fully, love openly, and be yourself.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
And by living fully, when you say yes to life, you say yes to life experiences. It could be good, it could be bad. When you love openly, you love even your hater, even those one that's trying to bring you down, those who try to mute you, those who try to single you out, those who try to stop you, to show you that you don't worth much, but show them love, show them hope, show them light, and be yourself. It doesn't matter who you are, because who would buy a copy? Nobody. And the copy word less than original. Be yourself, no matter what. If you have an accent, it's okay. That's who you are. If you are from different country, that's okay. That's who you are. Because people will like someone who stick to who they are, will stick to their value, because value is number one. Stick to your value. And when you make decision to anything in life, is it surrounding your value, surrounding who you are, surrounding what your mission in life? Because you should have a mission, you should have a vision, and you should have value. to wrap up all this.
I love it. I love it. And to summarize what you just said also, and combine with my own experience, I want to say that often I learn it's not really about what the other people say. It's
Hmm.
actually what do we hear and
Hmm.
what story we start telling ourselves in our heads, because
Hmm.
that's the most important. Someone can say you are stupid, yes, and well, it's your opinion. I think I'm very smart, yes. So
Hmm.
it's all about that. Do you internalize what the other people says, or you
Hmm.
be you and believe who you are? So this is the value, authenticity that you're talking about, and taking responsibility for what,
Hmm.
when you say yes to life or when you say no. I love
Hmm.
it. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
And if there is anyone who has a question, please, this is the perfect moment to ask our wonderful one and only Ali Ettarnichi. I'm gonna practice the last name
You say it right. Thank you, sister.
because we are gonna finish soon. Ali, yes, you already said kind of, but I'm gonna ask you again. How do you want to impact the world today, except giving the voice to people, showing them that if I can, I'm foreigner, I made it through, I'm successful, you can do it too. What is the other way that you would like to make the impact in
Hmm.
and live in this world?
Just be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world, not just word, but action. But that change you want to change, start it from home, by yourself, by your family, and start that change inside your house. Then bring it out to the outside world. Because when you are preaching what you are not doing, you are just lying to yourself. And one day you will crash and you will burn out because you're just speaking, but need action. And I will just finish with this, like for the rejection. What feel like rejection? Like what his name is, Donna Partor. She said, what feel like rejection is often God protection when you are heading in the wrong direction.
Absolutely, I love it. Can you repeat it?
What feels like rejection is often God protection when you are heading in the wrong direction.
That is so true. Oh my gosh, I love it. Because often we push
Mhm.
towards something that is not really for us,
Mhm.
and we hit the wall, but we still trying to go through. Well, maybe it's time to stop and think, is it the
Mhm.
right direction? Is it what I really want?
And sometimes like the door is closed and we keep knocking.
Right?
Hello, hello, anybody there? Can somebody open? Come
Yeah,
on.
no one is there.
But the door is closed for a reason. Walk away.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, no one has any questions, so I'm gonna ask you what makes Ali the most happy ever? Like, oh my gosh, you are just you, authentic. You laugh like crazy, and nothing can stop you.
What make Ali happy is just by leaving the child inside of me. The child inside of me, like when I was 7 or 6 years old and they want to do something, I imagine something and they get so excited they want to do it. I'm still anchored to that child. So
Mm,
I act like a child with the imagination and stuff, but in a responsible way. So I don't let stuff bother me. I don't hold grudges toward people. I don't, what's going inside is what is coming out. What you see on outside is what is going inside. It's just like the analogy of the orange. If you have an orange and you squeeze it,
yes.
what will come out of it? It's not apple juice or pineapple juice. It's orange. It's orange juice, right?
All right.
So if someone treat you badly or someone say bad thing about you, you are not going to be start swearing and saying bad stuff, and you start saying, "Oh, because he rubbed me the wrong way, or maybe because he just was kind of try to reject me or something." But what is inside of you is what will come. If you are nice and stuff, you don't react toward that person. That's something that's concerning him. You have to act with love, with peace, with happiness, and you put a filter. You don't let others people's action affect who you are.
I love it. I love it. And sometimes because we are just human,
Hmm.
and sometimes we let this, negativity of others get to us. I think it's the best time, like you said, it's about them. You said before, it's not about me. My favorite day is today. Love it. My favorite day is today. So focus on you, focus on now. And
Hmm.
the others people's opinions are none of your business. It's their
100%.
their shit and their stuff, and leave them with them. Leave it for them.
Hmm.
And Ali, it was such an honor to have you here. What is the best way for people to connect with you, to find you more about you, or how you can help them?
Just check my channel. It's called my first name and last name, Ali Ettarnichi. And I put right there on the screen, Ali Ettarnichi. I put all my inspiration and video that's about hope, positivity, courage, about bouncing back, about interview with people from all over the world. And you just join Ali Ettarnichi channel on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, share to spread some motivation, some inspiration with the world.
Yes, and you are also a podcaster, so you have your podcast.
So yeah, I
Doses of
have
inspiration.
doses of doses of inspiration with Ali. That's every Thursday. At every Thursday, yeah, I do that one. No, that's just like the live, which is every Thursday. But my podcast, it's called Ali Dose of Inspiration. But my Thursday doses of inspiration with Ali. So with that, and my website is coming soon, which will have all my stuff, people to connect to it, like for podcast, for coaching. I'm an emotional fitness coach, and anything that has to do with peace of mind, with what's going on inside, with using all the tools to help people find peace, which is the power of listening, life skills, the mirror, all those tools. That's going to be some really stuff. So my website will be aliettarnichi.com. So it will be sample, and it will have everything for speaking engagement, for coaching, for my
Right.
books and everything.
Right. And by then they can find you on Facebook, and YouTube is your main place where you drop all your golden nuggets, as Severera just said. Thank you, Severera. Yes,
Thank you, Esther.
Ali just shared so many great gold nuggets. I really hope to have you back, because there is another part of your story that we don't have enough time to go there right now. But yes, Ali is an inspiration to me, to everyone else. So please connect, follow everyone who was with us today. Pooja, I guess. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. There is Babakar, I guess. I'm sorry again. Frank, hi Frank, Eseverere, and also we have Joanna. Thank you so much. For everyone else who is gonna watch us later, please leave a comment, like, share, because you never know how many people and who might need this message, especially today when there is so many there are many things that are really crushing us, the whole COVID situation, the
Mhm.
rejection because of the job losses and family issues. And they need to hear Ali. They need to hear his message so we can uplift them. Please share, like his YouTube, like my YouTube, and please join me. I'm always on Tuesday at noon with meaningful conversations, and Fridays with a special edition thought leadership series. So
Mhm.
thank you so very much.
I just want to thank you very much, Beata, and what you are doing for those meaningful conversation. You never know who could listen to this. You never know who could benefit from that. You never know who you could save from just giving them those hope, those inspiration, and those word of wisdom. So thank you for what you are doing. Keep doing what you are doing, and you are excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. I'm the same. Thank you for sharing your message. You do so much good in this world, especially again now when we need it.
Mhm.
So thank you, and really, I really hope for a next conversation coming soon.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste.